Hi everyone and welcome back. Sorry for the gap in videos, seems to be the story of my life at the moment. I haven't had much time to do crafting, but I've had the 3D printer running on in the background, cracking on with some tiles. So what we're going to be looking at, well, these are from Roket Pig Games. Anyone involved in 3D printing must know the name. They appear everywhere on every Facebook group to do with printing. So let's have a look at their tiles. Right, now we're done at the table. I thought we'd have a look how the tiles are made up. Ignore the surface of this one. Famous printer plug and play. No, this had a bit of an extrusion error. Just had to push the filament through and put it back a couple of times and it cleared. But what I want to show you, here's the underneath. So we have 5 holes. These lug holes fit onto the frames. These frames fit underneath your tiles. Why have we got frames? Well, this is so you can use these tabs. It's a bit tight here, it actually goes in easier when they're put together. They fit in and slide out. So this just pushes on in 5 holes and you have a tile. The ones I've done, I have put a bit of super glue on some of these points here, which will be the main stress points. So if you twist it, as you take these out, obviously you pull it apart. So let's chuck that to one side and have a look at some proper tiles. Might as well start with the big boy first. This one, it's called the ice steps. It's a corner piece. So you can see there's some lovely detail there. Even the print surface, because when you do flat surfaces on the printer, it can be a bit. This come out quite well. Got to say the end is very good at that. I can't get the finish to that on the Flash Forge. And as I showed you a minute ago, tabs fit in. So we pop that over there. Your standard floor tiles, you have a plain one. All these are 3x3. One with 3 ice crystals, 4 ice crystals, 2 ice crystals, and another one somewhere with 1 ice crystal. You always miss one. And there's the one with the 1 ice crystal. So all these we could just tab together like so. And you've got 2 tiles that link. So just pull this back a bit so you can see. There you go. So let's have a look. Then we've got walls and corners. So this is a corner. The corners obviously link up with your wall sections. So you can build long sections. Then you have this pillar. This pillar is sort of a universal one. You could have it in the middle of a room. There you go. So it could be in the middle of a room, or you can use it for an end of a wall, just to make the wall look a bit more decorative. And then have a corner there, so you can have like an entrance that way. So there's another option. You have a big ice pillar. This is great for putting in the middle of a room. So you just chuck some pieces around it. And you can see block line of sight in the room. And then somewhere I had another piece to show you, wherever it's disappeared to. We actually have a proper entrance. So with these walls, they're actually detailed on the back as well, same as the other ones. So there's nothing to stop you having a wall running through a middle, and then apply the tiles the other side. So you can build multiple rooms. When you clip them together, you want to do them in a line, and then you push them onto your wall. So let's put some walls down here, like so. But if you're going for like 3 or 4 walls, I wouldn't bother clipping all of them. I'd probably put one at each end. If it's really long, maybe one in the middle. Just makes it easier to take apart, because then you can pull it that way and then deal with those. Obviously clip these together. So without clipping it, if I put a little room together, just so you can see what it looks like. I'll grab some more bits. Hopefully I've got enough camera angle here to make it fit on the table. Let's have one over here. That corner can go up. Let's put that one there. No, I'm going to see if I can zoom out a little bit for you. No, I can't. I'll have to come this way a little bit. There you go. It's a little bit big, isn't it? Or do that just so you can catch the edge of it. There you go. Drawers are working in restricted spaces. I've actually put a tag in there, so I'll push that together. So taking it out. And I want a corner, just like that. So this is an even clip together. Because it's on material, if you didn't want to use clips, it would actually hold quite well. I'll tell you what I will do, I'll grab a couple of figures just so you get an idea of the scale. So give me a second and I'll be right back with you. And bing, there you go, we have some figures. This gives you an idea. You put a figure up against the pillar, that's a nice height, so it sits over. There you go, that might give you more of a representation. Obviously you can put figures on the top. The ice steps in the corner, you can put figures going up and down. If you took one of these out, trust me to pick the one that's stuck together. You could do the same here, you can use this one to put a figure on, jump between things. So you could print multiples of those. So there's loads and loads of options. Being completely modular is absolutely great. So let's put the camera up and have a chat. Right, so there you have it. What everyone's going to ask now is, how long does it take? How much it cost? Well, it does take a while to print. As with anything with 3D printing, it's not like, boom, it's done. But give it 10 years. And an idea, this one's still got supports in it. Oops. So as you can see, I haven't been around and cleaned them up properly yet. You don't actually need supports. You can get away without putting supports in. Corner, I don't know, probably about 8-9 hours. This is excluding these take about 2 hours to print, but I should have set the settings a lot lower, and you could probably get them down to an hour quite easily. They don't need to be really smooth and fancy because obviously they're set underneath, you don't see them. These obviously take no time at all. Walls I think were 8 hours. The worst one to print time wise, obviously, give it a tug. There's the ice steps, I think that was about 18 hours. With a little bit of tweaking, I could probably get that down to 15, 14. But I'm quite happy with that. This is printed at a 1.2 layer height, so it's not the smoothest you can get, but it's absolutely fine for this, looks great. Normally I would craft tiles, but I thought as they're ice tiles, fits in with the game we're playing, Storm King's Thunder. So plenty of ice terrain, and I can always use them in other games obviously. Put me a Frostgrave, great. Are they worth their money? Well, how much does a tile cost? Well, from a previous video we did sort of a costing exercise, and I think we're looking around 50 something pence for 3 hours. So say 9 hours, £1.50 plus and underneath, about £2. £2, and they look quite good. I think it's worth it. And also when we say printing time, well, you're not sat there, well, if you do what I tend to do, you go and have a look and you sat there for 10 minutes just going and don't say you don't do it, because I know we all do, but in reality you can have a quick look, it's running alright. Obviously check your first layers are down properly, otherwise you know from the start if you're going to get problems. 9 times out of 10 that looks good, off it goes, go make a cuppa, get on with some jobs. Every sort of an hour or so, or half hour, have a quick look, it's good. And in that time you can be making something else, you can be painting figures, doing housework. You know what it's like. So it's not something you're sat there constantly doing. Do I recommend them? Yes, I definitely recommend them. I'm looking forward to painting them up. Obviously I've got the iffy tile where with the under extrusion I can have a little play with. I've got some ideas of things I want to try for different slight styles with it. I could probably even do lava with these, to be honest, if I wanted to. It's a bit clean cut for it, but I think it would work. The files I think were about $9, which isn't bad at all. And there is a mini expansion, I think, which is probably $4 or $5, which I want to get, which gives you some corner angles. So instead of being a square corner, it cuts across, some ice pools and other little bits. Please go and check them out. Go and have a look at the Roket Pig Games site. There's loads of stuff there. They've got the terrain sections, they've got figures, some beautiful sculpt figures coming from them. When I've got some money, I'll be having a look at getting maybe a couple and running them through the resin printer. Yes, you can get figures off FDM, but not as good as resin, even though they're functional. Depends what they are. If it's something on the slightly larger scale, some sort of ice golem or something, yep, FDM print it. If it's resin, you can do the smaller scale stuff. If you're going to print something big on resin, don't forget to hollow them out, because it does save you a fortune. So just hollow it, add some drain holes so you don't trap the resin inside and you don't get suction and it pulls off your build plate. There's just little things like that to think of, and I think that really sums up everything. Well, first of all, thank you for everyone for watching, and thank you for everyone who subscribed. The channel's growing nicely. I'm sorry the content's not been as regular as usual due to life getting in the way, but that's the way things go, unfortunately. So what am I up to? I have got plans for some more terrain. I wanted to use some of the support pieces of material as well for doing like a industrial ruin area. I've got some old barrels and all sorts of things, so I want to have a play with that like we did with the other stuff earlier, the fantasy stuff with the prints from the texture rollers. I like to think then, my brain's going, where I did the test bits. So just using scraps up and seeing what you can get. We all have support bits of material, we tend to chuck them in a box. You'll find a use for them, trust me. Please give this video the thumbs up, share, subscribe, get it out there, and I will see you all soon. So thank you for watching. Have a great week gaming. Cheers.